Hello, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome. I'm glad to have you here. If you're watching this on YouTube or TikTok, either platform, just make sure you thumbs up, you share, you save the video, you subscribe, follow, all those things. I love all the things. So, so just make sure you do all those things however you feel led. Yes. So I just wanted to hop in here real quick. It's kind of a little impromptu message, just something that kind of pricked my heart this morning. So I was doing my morning Bible reading, and I was reading in Romans 15, and was talking about how Jesus became a servant to the circumcised, and no, the uncircumcised. So he became a servant to the uncircumcised, and I hope I'm quoting that correctly, in order to sort of show God's character and the truth of God and things of that nature. So the circumcised people were typically Jewish people, and then the uncircumcised would be Gentiles, which would be everybody else, and that would include us as well. So the reason why he became a servant, he wanted to show the truth of God, and he wanted to show God's character. So when you think about that and you kind of meditate on that, it really shows you the kind of God, the type of God that you serve. It shows you the kind of God. It shows you who God is and how loving he is and how inclusive he is, how he just wants relationship with all of his children. It doesn't matter if you're a woman, man, black, white, gay, straight, whatever, bisexual, or it really doesn't matter what side of the tracks you are walking on. He just really wants a relationship with all his children, and he will do anything to get that relationship, to show you who he is and show you how much he loves you. He loves you so much he had his son to become a servant to the circumcised. No, the uncircumcised. Sorry. I keep crossing it up, but but you all get the picture. You get the point. So yeah, he did that for a reason. He wanted his will to be fulfilled, and he wants his will to be fulfilled all the time and within our daily lives. So, just think about that for a minute. How is God's character showing up in your life? How is it affecting you? Can people see the character of God on you? Like what does that look like fulfilled in your life? What does God's will look like in your life? His truth, the essence of who he is. What does that look like for you? And what does that mean to you? So these are just some things I kind of wanted you guys to sort of ask yourself, and kind of take a self-assessment, if you will, and just kind of think about those things. Like, well, how does God show up in my life? What does his character look like, in my life and in who I am as a person? Am I letting God in order so that his light will shine through me and exude out from me, so that others may see my light as well? So these are important questions that, we have to ask ourselves. And I feel like when it comes to, I know Jesus became a servant, and like, I'm just thinking about that too. I think that we all, serving is really beautiful, and I think that we all are called to serve in some kind of way. And so that's something else I want you to think about, that like, yeah, you are called to serve in some kind of way, but it is usually attached to your purpose in some sort of way. or in all ways, really. And some of us are already serving like in certain capacities. Like maybe you work in the service industry, customer service, or any type of service industry currently. So maybe you're like, well, I already serve. So that is one way. There's so many forms and ways that you can serve. There's so many capacities where you can serve in, and all is good. Is always good. But for me, I try to live a purpose-driven life because we serve a God of purpose, and God is always doing things purposefully. He doesn't do anything that is, silly or useless. Everything that he does is driven by purpose, meaning it has to have some sort of meaning behind it. So let your life be that way too. Let your life be purpose driven. And if you don't know what your life's purpose is currently, a lot of people don't. You're not alone. And I was once that way too. Definitely sit before God. Sit before God today. Don't wait. Sit before God and allow him to pour into you. And just ask him honestly, like, God, why am I here? Like, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, show me who you are in my life and what I'm supposed to be doing in the life of others and in my own life as well. Like, who am I? I don't know who I am, So ask those honest questions, and I promise you, you're going to get some honest answers. Okay? Okay. All right. Well, I hope you guys were inspired by this video. If you get a chance to read Romans 15, you should read every chapter in Romans. I think it has like 16 chapters, but just read all of Romans. Read Romans 15. It's a great chapter. It just kind of explains the character of Jesus, the character of God, and it's a really awesome chapter as well. It talks about Paul's, later on it talks about Paul's trip to Rome. He's getting ready to go to Rome, but yeah, go ahead and read that chapter for sure. Read all of Romans, read every chapter in it. It's not that many chapters, so just kind of get some inspiration and spiritual nourishment, if you will. But with that, you guys have a beautiful rest of your day and a beautiful rest of your week, and I will be back soon. I will be talking to you guys soon. And hey, be blessed. Bye.